Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen from all over the world, wherever you are listening to us, wherever you are hearing us from, wherever you are watching us from. Thank you for always being a part of our show. On Facebook, we say welcome. On YouTube, we say welcome. Everywhere you are watching, even if it is a rebroadcast you are watching, we say appreciate you and we want to say a big thank you to you. You are live on the StoryTime with Darasimi show, and as usual, it's always very exciting, very educative, very inspiring. And we believe that today is going to be uh, great, even greater than the previous one. Uh, with me on the show today is my niece, Darasimi, who is our reviewer for today. Darasimi, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. And I am your host, Pastor ATM. As usual, I will be anchoring this program with my niece, Darasimi, and with promises to be really great for you. Okay. We have been discussing, we have been talking, reviewing the classic, let me call it that way, best-selling uh, uh, book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by best-selling author John C. Maxwell. When it comes to leadership, John C. Maxwell is a leading figure when it comes to the subject of leadership. So this is a book he wrote about leadership, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and we have discussed 9 of them in our previous episodes. Today, we are going to the 10th law of leadership, and Darasimi is here to take us through it. So, Darasimi, what do you have for us today?
Today we'll be talking about the law of connection.
The law of connection. Okay, so what's that about? Over to you.
Okay, the meaning of the law of connection is just meaning that you need to make a solid connection with your followers before you can allow them to earn your trust and to be able to respect you. Because if you don't have a strong connection with them, they won't be able to follow you and respect you and trust you
So
to
people
lead them.
follow the people they have connection with. As a leader, you need to have connection with your people. Let me hand it all over to you. Take us through this chapter.
Okay, so today we're talking about the law of connection and my first point today is leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. Leaders touch a heart before they and this is meaning that before a lead and I said again, leaders touch a heart before they can ask for a hand. And this means that before a leader can effectively guide others, they need to first establish a strong emotional connection and then trust and respect for their followers. And this means that you need to have a strong emotional connection with somebody before they can earn your trust, before they can, be like, okay, I can respect you, I can follow you even if to the end of the year because I know what you're doing, I know that you understand and all of that. So that what it really means that leaders touch a heart before they can ask for a hand. And this means that before a leader can effectively, you don't have to make it, but it should not be effective. That's why I said before a leader can effectively guide others, they need to first establish a strong emotional connection before they can, before they can earn their trust and their respect of their followers. Now, there was a connection made. I will tell you a story about a president called George W. Bush. So in America, there was a terrorist attack in what do you call it in America, and 4 days after the attack, he went to ground zero. I think it's just a place where all the firefighters, police officers, and rescue workers they went there and he spent time with them and he thanked them and he thanked the people and he told them that the nation sent its love and compassion to everybody who is there. That way, the man had made connection with them he has made a connection with them in a way no one has seen to do. He humbled himself and he went to all the people who helped them in the attack and told them that the nation showed his conversion and everybody loved him because he opened them and he told them that everybody is supporting you no matter what you. I know you have lost your loved one, but we are really appreciative of this. So he made that strong connection. He talked to all of the firefighters, he talked with the rescue people, he talked with the police officers, and he humbled himself in front of all of them. Now, the third one is talking about the heart comes first. Before you can do anything, that was talking about like you have to make an emotional connection before you can do anything. And this is just talking about the when the heart comes first. When it comes to working with people, the heart comes first. And this is because when it comes to working with people, the heart comes before the brain. That is true. Whether you're communicating to a stadium full of people, leading a team, meeting, or trying to relate to your spouse, you can't move people action unless you first move them with their actions. The heart comes before the head. Before you can start allowing somebody to follow you, they first have to get them to the heart, make them look, I think I can trust this person, is a okay person, is a okay in this and all of that. You need to be able to, earn that trust with them. Maybe you have to maybe save them from something before they can trust you. You just have to do whatever you have to do for them before they can totally and effectively you can effectively guide them and they can effectively trust you. Even when they are going to the end of the world, they will trust you because they'll be like, I know this guy know what he's doing. I know what this woman is doing. I understand what he or she is doing. So that's what it means when it says the act comes, and it means that before the brain, before you just start giving logic and all that, you first have to convince someone before you can start giving them all your plans and all of that.
Okay, you know how I understand this very important point is I remember some years ago I was at a program, and one of the speakers talked about something called emotional bank account. They call it the law of EBA, emotional bank account, EBA. And what that simply means is that everybody everybody has an emotional bank account. And just like you cannot go to the bank and withdraw money when you have not made deposits into your account, you cannot go to people and begin to demand from them when you have not first deposited something in them. And you make that deposit by connecting with them at different levels, giving them helping hand, complimenting them, showing that you trust them, all those positive action. That's how you make deposit in them. And so when you want to make a demand from them, when you need their brain, when you need their intellect, you need their labor and all, they will easily draw out of what you have deposited in them to be able to provide that to you. All right. So every leader must understand that. The fact that you are there, as we have said this over and over again in the course of discussing this book, that because you have been announced as the leader does not really mean that people are going to follow you. There are laws that guide your relationship with them. And one very important thing is connection. People follow a leader who really connect with them. It's a heart. You need to touch their heart before you can ask for their hand. All right, go ahead.
Well, anyway, I think he has really explained that in details now, and we'll move on to the fourth point. Now, it's talking about how good leaders connect with others all of the time. Whenever they are communicating, even if it's to an entire organization or working with a single individual, the stronger the relationship you form with followers, the greater the connection you forge, and the more likely followers you have. Because they will be willing to help because they have trust you. You have maybe did something for them and they really trust you with all their heart and do that. This woman, this man, this girl, this boy has really helped me in my life, and I'll do whatever thing that will be willing to help you no matter what you do. So the stronger the relationship is, the stronger the connection between individuals, the more likely the followers will be willing to help the leader because he has made that strong connection with the person. He has made that is maybe he has made it whenever something is going on, he will try and hold your back. He will stand for you. He stand for you, even though maybe there are some things that happen, but you would just want to know that you'll be able to trust your like I will stand for you no matter what happens. I will always be there for you. Just give me a call and I'll be there right now. That's the kind of person you should be. Even just somebody that just going his daily life, he doesn't really have that leadership skills in the body, but your co-workers, your maybe your teacher, your student, wherever your co-workers, your employees, you should be able to communicate with them and be that kind of person they can trust and be like, okay, if it's Darasimi, I know I can talk to her. If it's Pastor ATM, know I can talk to him because he's willing to and he keeps my secret with me. It's not like other people who just open their mouth and blah blah like that. No, you should be that person that you know that people can trust you. They can even if you are not a leader, it goes to everybody, not only leaders. So what you should be able to be that kind of person that you know that I can earn your trust. That's why I said the stronger the relationship is, the more likely your followers will be able to willing to help you because they'll be like, okay, I owe you a lot, so this is what I'm willing to do. Now, connecting with others is recognizing that even in a group, you have to relate to people as individual. Even if you are in a group, maybe you are doing a project work, you have if you are maybe you are the teacher, you are the leader in charge of that place, you have to go to everybody individually, ask for their opinion, ask who would you like to work with. Maybe if you are doing a partner work, you'll be able to talk to everybody individually, and all of them individually will have the reason why they trust you, the reason why you earn their trust. So even if you are in a group or something, not you have to talk to everybody individually, not necessarily a very big group. That's maybe just a little, maybe a board meeting that you need to know everybody individually. You need to know that okay, this person trusts me because I did this with this person. This person trusts me because I help his daughter. This person trusts me because I help her with her motor, her car. So everybody, you have to talk to everybody individually to be able to trust them, for them to be able to trust you, for them to be able to trust you and be like, okay, I don't know what to do, but I really trust this person. Now, to be able to I've talked about trust in life, even but after you have finished helping the person, you are now have that emotional connection. But how do you connect properly? After you have already done everything possible about the act, you have trust you now. But how do you now connect with them? Whether you are speaking to in front of a large audience or chatting in the other way with an individual, the guidelines are the same. If you are talking to maybe your spouse, you're talking to your children, you're talking to anybody literally, these guidelines are the same for everything. Now, the first thing you need to do first, and there are 8 um connection guidelines. And the most important one is you should be able to connect with yourself. This means that you must know who you are and you must have confidence in yourself. If you desire to connect with others, you have to have that confidence so that I stand my ground, I believe in this, and I'll have confidence. You not be like when people come, you just shut down and be like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm scared now. No, you must know who you are. Because I told you when you know what you want, you know who you are, God will work with you because you are deceived, not indecisive. That means that your decisions
You are
are very
decisive.
accurate. Yeah, you're decisive.
Is that
So
what
that
you said?
means
Yes.
yes. So that means that you decide and you don't always change your mind. Maybe when this come, be like, okay, I don't actually know. Maybe I have to change my mind on this. You decide and you stick to it, like sticking to it, like you want to make fulfill somebody promises or all of that. That's what it means. And you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to have confidence in what you believe. You have to have confidence in who you earn your trust in. You don't have to just because the multitude are believing in all of that. That doesn't mean you have to believe in what works for you. You have to believe in what not what works for other people. Because something might go wrong now. You have to believe in what you believe in, and you have to believe in what works for you. Now, after you know to communicate with yourself, having confidence in yourself and knowing who you are, you need to be after that. Now you have to be able to communicate with openness and sincerity. You cannot be communicating just because it says in the book. You yourself are be able to understand it, be able to use it in your daily life, and be able to speak it with openness because you believe in it and with all the truth that you have. Because NFL coach Bro says that nothing is more effective than sincere, accurate praise, and nothing is more lean than a cookie cutter compliment. Authentic leaders connect, which is mean that when somebody's, that when you know that you're passing through a car, you know that they're actually praising you because you can feel how everybody's happy. Just I like your shirt, it's so good. And someone's like, oh my god, where did you get this from? Well, I love that. That's the kind of praise, not just it causes a cutter compliment because it's not even really from the heart. You just wanted to say because the multitude are saying, and this is the first, not about what the multitude is saying, but what about what's good for you, who you are, and you should have confidence in yourself. Now, after you connect with yourself, you communicate the openness and sincerity. You need to be able to know your audience. That's why I say you should know every single individual as much as possible as you can. You should be able to talk with every single individual because when you don't know your audience, you won't be able to, you won't really know how to talk to them because when you communicate to an audience, you learn about the organization and it goes. You want to learn about what their opinions are on the things you are bringing to the organization. If they like it or they want it to be better. You want to speak to what they care about, not things that they be like, I really don't actually care, so I don't know what you're telling me. No, you want to be like, okay, to even ask you more questions about it. And you yourself will challenge yourself, okay, this person asks, let me do this, let me do that, let me do that. No, you they care about what you're saying. Just know about what you care about because when it comes to organization, it's not what you care about only, it's what your organization care about. Not only you. Now you don't think about yourself. You are selfish to yourself and you care about other people. Yourself doesn't matter when you're in an organization, but other people matter when it comes to an organization or a consent or whatever. It's not you that you have to be able to care about your audience. You have to care about yourself, but it's the caring lives more on the audience and
Other person.
followers. Yeah.
Okay, good. Next.
Now the fourth one is about leaving
Go
your
ahead. Go
message.
ahead.
The fourth one is about you leaving your message, which is meaning that you should be able to, whatever you are preaching, whatever you are saying, you should be able to do it in your daily life. You should be able to, be like when whatever you are preaching about truth, you should have that integrity with you. Be like, I believe in this and I'm going to say the truth no matter what the consequence is. Nothing is going on. I'm just going to say the truth. You should be able to leave your message because the most important thing you can do as a leader or a communicator is to practice what you preach. That's where credibility comes from. That's where you start earning your trust because you leave your message and not only the people you're preaching it to, but
So they know
there was
you
this,
are genuine.
yeah,
You are genuine in whatever you do because they see you living what you preach or what you say. Good. Thank you.
yeah. Now, even watch one movie where this woman was a marriage counselor and she wrote a book about it, but she didn't leave the message, and her credibility went down because she whatever she wrote in her book, even though she did not have the husband, she was a marriage counselor. She did not leave it. She started, having affairs with other people. When they come with husband and wife, she had started having affairs with other people's husband, and she did not leave the message. And when it was time, all the things that people were thinking that she did, everything went down because she did not leave the message. And that's where her credibility went down. So that's why it is that you should be able to leave your message because that's where the credibility comes from. That's when you earn your trust. That's when you earn your respect. Now,
Okay, good. Thank you.
now the fifth
Go
one is
ahead. Go
says go to where they are. And this means that you should be able to adapt to other people. If as a leader, as a communicator, you have to be able to adapt, not the leaders, not the followers adapting to you. You should be able to speak in their language, not actually like language like Chinese, Korean, Yoruba, in Igbo, not like that, like language. How you see that, how they talk, maybe they talk in a
You
more,
come down to their level. You
yeah,
come down. You come and relate with them at their level.
yeah, you put yourself in their own shoes. That's what I mean by in their language. So as a communicator, you should be able to know, be able to be able to come to their level and be able to look at their culture, their background, and so on like that. To be able to be like, okay, in your culture, I know that you can't do this, but I can help you with some things and all of that. That's how you should be as a leader and as a communicator. Now, the sixth one talks about focus, and I did talked about it in the third one. I talk about know your audience, and the fifth one, the sixth one says focus on them, not yourself. Now I said you have to be selfish to yourself and care about the audience and the follower, because they are the people you are connecting with, and you always connect faster when the focus is not on yourself. You will you will connect with people more because you focus on them more. Because if you are focusing on yourself and only care about what you say, it's only a few people that you will see come to you and ask for advice, because you only care about what you want, what you will gain from it. You don't care about other people benefits. Now the last one is offer direction and hope. Leaders are dealers in hope. That is so true. When you give people hope, you give them a future. When you encourage them with your own openness and sincerity, you give them hope and be like, I am encouraged. I am happy that this man has given me the hope that I can do all things through Christ strengthening me. You have give them that strength, you have give them that hope, and they will start living that. When you start living your message, when you start doing all these YouTube videos, they'll be like, since this person is doing it, I can do it as well, because through Christ strengthening me, I can do all things through Christ strengthening me. So you should be able to offer direction and hope to your follower, because you are giving them hope. And you can be a lifesaver through that, because some people can be thinking about suicide, but because you are giving them now hope that what is more worth living than living with no purpose, they will even feel more hope, and that suicidal thought to just go away. And you can be a lifesaver for that. So we should not just chase people away. We should give them hope, because it can help them in their future. And those are the 8 ways to connect with your audience. If you're talking in a large audience, you're talking with your spouse, you're talking all the way with an individual, all these guidelines I just speak, it's all the same. Now I have three more notes I need you to take, and these are the four or three most important, I think. It's one thing to communicate to people because you believe you have something of value to say. It's another thing to communicate to people because because they believe you have value. Maybe they believe that because maybe you have this thing, that's why they believe in, that's why they trust in. Unlike maybe because they have value and you want to talk to them because you value what they have, you value honesty, and they are very truthful person. That's what it means when you are a communicator. That's one of the most important things you have to do as well. And when a leader has truly done the work to connect with his people, you can see the way the organization functions. Because when you are still that in my office, I value integrity. Your followers, your employee will work on it, and you will see how the organization function, because they have put that self that I will never like cause of my boss, because I don't want to get fired. It will even make it like if you are not truthful in this office, you'll be fired. You see that the organization will even work better because you are you're connecting with people individually, not just as the organization. Because some people now they are more a quieter person. They don't like to talk in front of you. They don't want to be like, oh, people will not like my opinion and all like that. So that's why you need to come to everybody individually and come to their own level and be in their own shoes and understand where they are coming from. Now, employee exhibits loyalty and a strong work ethic. The vision of the leader becomes the aspiration of people who will follow him to the end of the earth. This means that employees value loyalty and strong work ethic. So whatever the goal of the leaders is, whatever the leader business will become the followers business. Whatever the following business is will become the leader's business. So you should be able to come around, be able to stand for each other whenever there's anything going around with you people. Then the last one says, don't ever underestimate the importance of building relational bridges between yourself and the people you are leading. Because there's an old thing that says, to lead yourself, use your head. Then to lead others, use your heart, because that is how the law of connection works. You lead yourself because you don't. When you can't just lead yourself because you already have an emotional connection with yourself. So all you need to do is just go to your brain and look at the plans available. Then when it comes to other people, you first need to have that emotional connection with them before you can now start using their head or start getting plans from them. That's why it says you should be able to know your audience and be able to leave your message, because when they're able to that's when you're able to leave your message, that's where the credibility comes. When you start having integrity, when you start doing all of these things, that's where credibility comes. They will trust you, and they will end, and you will earn the respect I've been looking for.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. If you want to lead yourself, use your brain. If you want to lead others, go with the heart. That is very, very true when it comes to the law of connection. Heart to heart connection makes people to be loyal to you, makes them to respect you, make them to follow you naturally. Thank you, everyone, for joining with us again today. We appreciate you, and we value your time so well, and we thank you for taking our time to watch this program this far. Before you leave, kindly drop a comment, drop a thumbs up, and ensure you share to other people. Make sure you also follow us. If you're on YouTube, ensure you subscribe. If you are on Facebook, make sure you like our page and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we come online, you can be notified. We come your way again next week, Saturday, the same time, uh, here on the same page. And we hope to see you again next week. But before then, I want to wish all our mothers happy Mother's Day in advance. Here, tomorrow is Mother's Day, and we want to wish all our mothers who are joining with us on the show. We wish them happy Mother's Day. And Darasimi, I wish you happy Mother's Day in advance too.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, till we see you again next week. God bless you.